Colleagues, I just wanted to note today the 45th anniversary of the murder of Dr. Martin Luther King. I remember where I was when I heard this. I remember the turmoil in the following days and weeks. I remember the news coverage, and I've witnessed the evolution of Dr. King's place in our collective consciousness. An important part of that legacy is his commitment to the universality of human yearning for justice. He certainly wasn't the first to express this sentiment, but he did say, "Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere," which gives us an easy reminder of how profound the smallest injustice might be. Look at it another way, how profound the smallest kindness might be. On this anniversary, we welcome to our Capitol groups who are working to address a sickness in our society. And just as the arms race among nations led to mutually assured destruction efforts, and not just to those who support and fund and escalate the armaments, the arms race that some are engaged in our midst invites collateral damage to communities, neighbors, neighborhoods, families, and the human beings that make them up. Now, I'm not a lawyer, but I will quote something from a court case, D.C. versus Heller. Supreme Court Justice Antonin Scalia, probably the first and the last time you'll hear me mention that particular name, wrote a majority opinion on this decision that was widely heralded as expanding the interpretation of the constitutional right to bear arms. But not too many people realize that this passage was there was a passage that was part of this particular opinion. He says, like most rights, the right secured by the Second Amendment is not unlimited. From Blackstone through the 19th century cases, commentators and courts routinely explained that the right was not a right to keep and carry any weapon whatsoever in any manner whatsoever for whatever purpose. For example, the majority of the 19th century courts to consider the question held that prohibitions on carrying concealed weapons were lawful under the Second Amendment or state analogs. Nothing in our opinion should be taken to cast doubt on the long-standing prohibitions on the possession of firearms by felons and the mentally ill, or laws forbidding the carrying of firearms in sensitive places such as schools and government buildings, or laws imposing conditions and qualifications on the commercial sale of arms. We also recognize another important limitation on the right to keep and carry arms. Miller said, as we have explained, that the sorts of weapons protected were those in common use at the time. We think that limitation is fairly supported by the historical tradition of prohibiting the carrying of dangerous and unusual weapons. I just wanted to bring that up because we've been talking a lot about the Constitution lately and the self-styled constitutional scholars who have been flooding our inboxes. Thank you.